Well, apparently, I've learned something about YouTube Studio there, folks. I click go live to go live on YouTube Studio, and we've been live for almost, what, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, something like that. And now we're seeing the signal do what it's doing. So it says we're live, but we've been sending the entire race up to him, so you can DVR it back 42 minutes, 42 and a half minutes. So everybody's good to go. YouTube, welcome in if we're seeing you. I know you guys were probably waiting for us. So again, apologies about all that. Hopefully everything's good with everybody out there. Thank you to everybody for being out there and giving us all the support. I just you know, you when you stream for 5 years, you have a tendency to learn a thing or 10 about streaming. That's one of them that I didn't recognize. David Steiner, Nathan Bigart is going to be 1-2 right now. Michael Caffrey's going to sit in third. And these drivers putting on a good old show. Sonny, thank you for the love out there. Appreciate you. Nicole, again, thank you for the like. Muscarella Motorsports, again, thank you for the like of the share. Thank you, Israel, for becoming a follower. Again, Van Nest, you're amazing. Thank you, sir. Thank you to everybody who's liked the stream. If you haven't done so, reach up at that like button. It does support what we do. And we appreciate everybody for being out there and, you know, chilling with us and hanging with us and doing all the cool things that we like to see. David Steiner having an issue backwards here. Gets into the corner. Oh. Gets into the corner. And netcode takes out David Steiner. Oh, man. Netcode. So David Steiner's got some work to do here if he wants to get rolling. Big Art now has a 5-second lead, or 4.7 second lead, as it would be. So we'll see if any one of these drivers find their pace. David Steiner coming off is going to get right into that slipstream of Brad Dove. Dove is 2 laps down now. David Steiner is going to have to try to find a way around, and now David Steiner, who had the lead, we'll see Big Art have a big enough gap here to make that happen. Michael Caffrey, 25 seconds the gap as he comes around. He had closed in within 19 seconds and now sees the same gap kind of presenting itself. Tyler Hammond inside the top 5, and so is Anthony Cronover. He's gotten around Colby Hartung. Hartung came to pit road on his lap 18, so we'll see what he does. How about Anthony Cronover just ran his fastest lap of the race? Like to see it. 136 Dango near flat. Cronover 136 double at 2. Tyler Hammond 136.044. He's actually catching Tyler here. There's the interval for the drivers there. A gap to the leader. Big Art up and out of the corner. David Steiner is caught back up. I think Nate is maybe wanting to race it out toward the end of this one. 23-22. And so we'll see these two get back up to speed. Big Art coming to pit road. David Steiner. We'll see the outside lane. It looked like Big Art was coming to pit road, but I think I think Nate wanted to win it fair and square, right? So that makes sense. Good sportsmanship out of these two drivers. So we'll see how it fares out. Caffrey's going to be in third. 22 and a half now, able to catch some gap here. Tyler Hammond 28-4 back as it would be. Ryan went a little off track. He's going to spin that guy back around. Why did Ryan go off track? Let's see. Oh, just caught the left sides on the gravel. Dink. Threw it in reverse and said, let's go. He's only a lap down. Wesley Strait, giving us a solid look at what he has got going on. There's Philip Caffrey in 7th. Ryan up through it. See how well he's going to do. So here's Steiner and Big Art. Have a little sportsmanship here out of all these, out of all the drivers. You can see them happening again. The the tires have got to be big enough here. That gravel section throws me for a loop all the way out to the left-hand side for David Steiner. And they'll continue to roll. 21 and a half minutes left. Total incident points. I think that's not even showing correctly. I don't know. Oh, admin only. I'm not an admin, so I wouldn't be able to know the incident points. So never mind. Positions gained for the drivers. Big Art up 6. He is the hard charger of the race. Caffrey up 1. Hammond off 1. Crownover back to 5th. Colby Hartung off 4 from the start of the race. He's going to get around Anthony Crownover, who is coming to pit road. These two going to visit, getting some business done. All right. Good stuff. Some good stuff. Sonny had to come over from YouTube. Sorry, Sonny. We tried to I click go live, and it if you don't stay on the page long enough, it says that you can't or it doesn't make you go live, even though that the feed has been going this entire time. The video is going to upload, but about 35 minutes too late. But everything went to it, and if anything gets messed up, we'll make sure to upload a copy of the video. I always try to make sure that we do something there, right? David Steiner is your race leader. And Big Art just behind him. There's the gap between the two. Man, oh man. What a good look out of the two. Well, exciting. Tyler Hammond coming to pit road. He's going to be there. Wesley Strait is closing in some of that gap, but Wesley Strait still on the lead lap. Brad Dove's 2 laps down. Ryan Wentz 2 laps down. Stryker's on pit road. So is Churchy. And we'll throw this back on exciting. See these two continue to duke it out. David Steiner, bottom side of the racetrack. How you doing, sir? Sonny, how you doing, man? Thank you for coming over. I appreciate you. It's okay, Budgie. I clicked the button. I don't know what's going on with that. All right. Gap for the top 4. Dana, Tyler, words are hard. Caffrey and Colby Hartung inside the top 5. Doing good. Can't complain. Didn't make it to the playoffs for Xfinity, but you just have to try harder next season. I like it, man. I mean, hey, you know what? You know what's great about that is that there's always next season, but there's still races left, right? So definitely get out there and would love to see it, right? Love to see it. Weather conditions here. They're running future race. 75 degrees on the sunny skies. 96 degrees on the air temperature. Partly cloudy skies. 13-mile-an-hour wind out of the southeast. 30% humidity. Dang. Again, most positions gained as they all come to pit road. Oop. Big Art is coming to pit road. He was able to get down to speed. It looked like he was fine. It's the commitment line. Big Art up 6. Caffrey up 1. Philip Caffrey up 1. Wesley Straight up 1 as well. So we'll see that driver head on to pit road. I don't know why the track map is not showing up like it's supposed to. We've got it all going. All right, Hartung. We'll see Caffrey come to pit road, so Hartung back inside the top 3. Big Art, his pit stop was about 14 seconds. So we'll see what David Steiner does here as they press on and press out. Caffrey taking a short fuel stop as well. Try to get himself back into the mix here. David Steiner is going to have to impress here. We'll throw it into the corners. Tires on the little bottom side of the racetrack there. You see the gravel again back here in the distance. Right, it went 3 laps down. Tires all the way out. Surprised we're not seeing more gravel fall to the inside of that corner. So Steiner will come to pit road. Fuel only for those drivers. Will no doubt be the case. Michael Caffrey working hard for his money. Philip Caffrey just ahead. Philip still needs to come to pit road. He is yet to come to pit road. So that's a strategy there. Anthony Crownover has come to pit road. He took a 13.5-second pit stop. Tyler Hammond just ran his fastest lap of the race. Just ran a 1:35.93. So Hammond doing pretty phenomenal. Has Wesley Straight just behind him. Brad Dove, again, 2 laps down. Tyler Hammond, 42 seconds. Now we're seeing Philip Caffrey coming to pit road. So he'll hit his pit box and do what he needs to do. Nathan Bigart is your race leader. David Steiner close. And Steiner closed back down. Now it's a battle, right? They both have gotten their pit stops. David Steiner had a little bit faster of a pit stop. So the 36-second pit stop is kind of the magic window here. Colby Hartung just ran a 1:37.25. Crownover 1:35.78 his last time by. Cars getting lighter. 13 minutes to go. Love to see it. Full second out. Oh, Big Art, fastest lap of the race, 1:34.350 that time by. He will tick off one more fast lap. And we'll hold that as it would be. Steiner 1:30, 1.4 back, 1.4 back. Just to send each corner here. The lighter the car gets, the harder it is for the drivers to contain it. Michael Caffrey, 32 seconds back. Colby Hartung solid in his day here. And a good day. And a good day. A second now, the gap, Bigart to Steiner. Steiner closes in, launches his way into that corner. Has closed it. In that one corner, he closed up 0.6 of a second. And now puts himself all the way out, so now he is in tow. This corner up and out between he and Bigart, 0.7 of a second here. And again, we'll see if those lap times just get that much faster. How about it? David Steiner, fastest lap of the race. 1:34.122. He gets the fast lap ticker now. I tell you what, if you want it, you want it. 11 minutes left. How hard could these boys run? These boys and girls, these boys, a little off track for Anthony Crown over there. He's still inside the top 5. Got a 5-second gap between he and Tyler Hammond. So top 5 night, right where he started. Caffrey started 4th, so he's kind of dealing with that one. We'll keep it on exciting. See where these drivers work here. As Bigart and Steiner try to put on a show here late in this one. I will be right back. One more time. I know we got 10 minutes left, but I have to do the hydrate break one more time. Gap is closed between Anthony Crownover and Tyler Hammond. That is down to 1.2 seconds. Big Art has stretched his lead to 1.4 seconds. Again, David Steiner still the fastest lap of the race as it would be. Kobe Hartung, solid top three night. 15 seconds the gap between he and just a comfortable line here. Caffrey sits fourth. Crownover again. Tyler Hammond. Opportunity knocking for every one of these drivers. Now Tyler took a little bit longer of a pit stall. Set a little bit longer at his pit stall there. He kept it on lap 25. And, 21 seconds means they don't need as much fuel. So by the time they needed fuel, he probably just came in and said, I'll take some tires. It's a good opportunity. Just extend the pit stall just a little bit. Right now, 1.3 seconds the gap for those two drivers. Of course, Crownover driving a Ferrari. Caffrey in a McLaren. Two McLarens lead this race, 1.4 the gap. Colby Hartung rolling out. Gets it 11 to 12, now turn 13. The right-hander you see here. And what can these drivers do? David Steiner's last lap, 4/10 of a second slower than Nathan Bigart. 138.48 for Bigart. Steiner 134.87. And all the drivers doing more. Two fastest drivers, 1-2 right now. Hartung in third. Caffrey in fourth. Crownover is going to be in fifth. Hammond in sixth. Crownover ran a 137 and some change on his last lap, which explains kind of the way the gap has been the relative. 136.039 for Wesley Straight. Philip Caffrey 137.241. Dub 138.399. His last. He's just getting better. And I tell you what, folks, you kind of just have to. The only way that you get better is to put yourself on the racing surface. And right now, these are the drivers doing so. Bigart through this little stretch. Steiner has 11 and 12. I mean, he gained so much time in those corners. And just the throttle off for Bigart has been a little bit, just a little bit better. We'll see how this will fare out as the relative has slowed just a touch. Bigart's last lap 134.65. Steiner 134.72. Into the corner out 1-7 the gap now. And we're into 3 minutes, about 3 minutes to go, 3.5 minutes, and less than 3.5 minutes. So we'll see at least one, maybe two more laps out of this one. And the gap 1.8. Bigart 1.9 in closing to the end of this race. Again, David Steiner pushing all the way out. You see the apex of the race line. It's a whole different ball of wax. They come down to it. Yeah, we'll see. Possibly see two more laps out of this one. David Steiner again closes that gap down right there. Drive off for Bigart, not near what it is, but it's. But I tell you what, if David could piece together all those laps like we were seeing at that one section of this race course, he just has. They're coming around. We'll see at least two more laps as Bigart will make it 2 minutes to go. As the race leader, David Steiner throws back in.
Budgie Bird 5 sent 500 bits.
Thank you, Budgie, for the 500 biddies. I appreciate you, dear. You're a legend. Tyler Hammond has Wesley Straight closing in as well, so there's a battle for fifth that's heating up. Wesley Straight just ran his fastest lap of the race. 135.58. And his catch Tyler Hammond ran a 136.36 last time by. Anthony Crownover a 136.48. Still trying to best his 135.78. Driving the old Ferrari. Right now, Philip Caffrey just ahead of the leaders here. We'll see David Steiner closing a little bit of that gap. An opportunity here as they settle into the race course. Big Art will say, Steiner. See, that's what I mean. Steiner has that corner. He gains so much time on that corner. Just able to launch himself into that corner so much better. But everything else, Big Art just does very well. And we'll see it. How about it? White flag waves. This will be your final lap here. As this race will come to a conclusion. Philip Caffrey giving way to the leaders, letting them race it out. So final time as they come around. Wesley Strait gets around Tyler Hammond. Tyler Hammond had an off track. Real quick, we'll see what happened there. Oh, just got up into the grass. Oh, and the right sides just wouldn't give up that pace, so he had to give up that time. So Big Art to Steiner, 6/10 of a second as they come around. Oh, good little shot there for David Steiner to try to make that happen. It's tough to pass. Can they do it? Get up around turn 10. And David Steiner, his famous corner is going to be coming up here. Able to send that left-hander and gets close. But the drive off for Nathan Big Art's going to be huge. Final two corners of the race. David Steiner sends it as hard as he can. But gets up under the gravel. So Nathan Big Art, he's going to come around. He's going to win at Zandvoort. David Steiner will finish second. Kobe Hartong will be very comfortable in his third place finish. He'll come around as well. And Luigi will finish third. I like the paint schemes. The liveries, whichever you want to call it. Michael Caffrey trying to keep a hold of this final three corners here. He gets around turn 11, turn 12, and 13. And then turn 14, 13, 14 coming up right here. So, nice job by Mr. Caffrey. He'll finish inside the top five. He'll finish right where he started. And Anthony Crownover and Wesley Strait. You get a little racing still happening here, but Crownover will finish fifth. And right behind him, Wesley Strait. Tyler Hammond will come home seventh. And we'll do so very nicely. Philip Caffrey will finish eighth. Dove 2 laps down. As Big Art gets the win. And a awesome time. An awesome time. It was good. Here's your race results. Nathan Big Art. Let's get rid of track map. Nathan Big Art, David Steiner, Kobe Hartong, Michael Caffrey, Anthony Crownover. That's going to be your top 5. Wesley Strait, Tyler Hammond, Philip Caffrey, Brad Dove, Ryan Wendt. Your top 10. And then there were 2, Stryker and Churchy. 23 and 25 laps down. This race, it shows up, man. Shows up. It was nice. It was a very nice. Yeah. All right. we gotta back this up and then go bam. And then. There we go. All right, let's talk to some people. You know, a whole different set of overlays. Just trying to set everything up in the middle of all this one. Let's talk to Nate. Come Summit Victory Land. Good little battle. Good little sportsmanship out there as well. Because some net code dang near took out what was setting up to be a good race. Congratulations here, Zandvoort. This one was a little tougher track.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's a track that makes you work for sure. I was sweating there at the end and definitely had to push. I fell way behind at the start. I don't even remember why. Just trying to get through traffic, and it seemed like they were so far ahead. It was like 6 seconds, but man, put in some hard work. Really focused. You know, it's not that often where I really dig in like that. It's usually I'm just out here having fun. But tonight it was like real focused on catching up to Dave and Colby and trying to get this win tonight. But it's a fun track. It's really flowy. It's got, you know, banking in a lot of the corners. So it's just, I enjoy it. I don't really race it very often, but man, every time I get on here, I just have a blast. And yeah, it's just a good race.
Yeah, you have some NASCAR corners in this thing. That's what I was noticing, but they're right-handed NASCAR corners.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweeping banked corners. That's it's an interesting take because this track F1 runs this surface, and you know it's the G's that they'd have to pull in consideration of what you guys are doing would be insane. So maybe a Delara on this racetrack would be kind of fun.
Yeah, that'd be wild, especially in real life. Like you said, the G's that they're gonna pull is gonna be massive.
Let's see. Go ahead. Keep going.
I was caught up today with battling and had a bit of an issue. You know, I was trying to use Brad as a lap car to make the move because it's just a tough track to pass on to begin with. Even if you're faster, it's a tough track, and I tried to use it, but I felt like I took a little bit too advantage, and then he had the incident and got spun, and that's obviously, you know, that's not how you want to win it. So just did some sportsmanship and let him get back in front and battled it out. Really use the pit stop because again, like I said, when you're both fast, and he was actually faster than me. I think he got the fastest lap tonight. You're just gonna struggle to pass the guy, you know. So use the pit stop, put less fuel in it to get out early and try to get ahead of him. And definitely paid for that at the end. It was gonna be very close. Like I ran out about 50 feet before the start finish line at the last lap. I was out of fuel, so it was definitely tight, very close. Hats off to Dave. He did a great job tonight.
That makes double-digit wins.
Yeah, it's been a great season for sure. I've really enjoyed the McLaren and racing here on Monday nights.
Let's see. We're going to the Ferrari Imola next week. So another Autodromo. So it's going to be a little bit longer of a course, and it's one of those things that I look forward to each week because there's tracks that I've seen or that I've called races on. A lot of them that I either own, and if I don't own it, it's like a first call for me. I've seen the Ferrari Imola in person, but I've never called it on iRacing. Back in my Army days, R&R sent me around with MWR quite a few times to different racing circuits. A lot of NASCAR stuff, but when we'd have R&R overseas, they'd send us somewhere in Europe, and we'd go watch racing. You know, little IMSA style racing, depending on where they were at, and I think that's what drove me to road course racing. You find your rhythm in racing everywhere. What makes your passion for racing so so dynamic, because I think that's part of the allure of this Monday series.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. That's awesome that you got to do that, but it's just the fact of no cautions. I really enjoy that part. I was saying that before the start of the race. Just this type of racing is different than oval, but it's just a flow of the race. The start is very chaotic, and anything can happen, and then after that, it's just about putting in clean laps. Not making mistakes, not getting off tracks, and I think that's where I excel a lot in the sim. Like I'm even again, on officials, I'm not the fastest guy against the really good guys, but I can go and just make less mistakes. And I think that's what's gotten my eye rating where it is. It's just doing them endurance races and outlasting them in the end. But yeah, it's just fun, man. And the tracks you get to race, like you said, there's so many beautiful tracks out around the world. Everyone loves racing. It's a world sport, and there's so many fans of it. I think road racing is definitely the biggest in the world, and just a lot of famous tracks, and getting to race on them on iRacing is just a privilege, and I love it. I enjoy it. Some of these tracks I've never even heard of, because I'm not a big road racer fan as far as watching in real life. But just getting to know them, learning more about the sport, it's just very intriguing for me.
Well, it only gets bigger and badder from here, because we have some of the most well-known tracks coming up. Road America after the Imola, and then Monza, and then we're going to Sebring, Mountain Panorama, and then Spa. So we have some of the biggest names in racing coming up at the tail end of the season, man.
Looking forward to it.
It's going to be a blast. Nate, give your shout-outs, man. You get a victory here tonight.
Yeah, just give a shout out to you, Jason, Signature Esports, doing the broadcast. Great job as always. Chop Shop themselves put the league, all the drivers that come out to support it, all the sponsors of Chop Shop, Speedy Trophies, Chopping It Up podcast, Admin Box, everybody that supports this league, man. Really appreciate everybody out there, especially the drivers that put in the time, buy the content. A lot of the guys didn't have this track, but they made the effort to be here tonight. So I really want to thank them, everyone, for just coming out, having fun, hanging out, enjoying this sim, enjoying it with me, giving me something to do on a Monday night to keep me out of trouble. All the fans out there watching, appreciate every one of you, especially the ones that are supporting the stream. Budgie Bird, number one. And my number one fan, always out there watching, supporting me. Love you, Mom.
Nate, we'll see you tomorrow. Championship. There's a championship up for grabs tomorrow.
Oh God, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should practice. I didn't practice.
It's Charlotte.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you then.
Yeah, it's Nate. Coming on victory lane. He's got a good shot tomorrow. He's a threat to win everywhere. Another driver threat to win, especially at this series. Had the smoothest entry I've ever seen to 11 and 12 on this racetrack out of any driver, and that is where you would gain quarter of a second a lap on Nate after he got back around. Hold on, I gotta sneeze.
Which ones are 11 and 12?
That's the that short loop. So right before 13 and 14, which is the high speed Outer Bank comes to the front straightaway, there's that little little gravel section. I mean, it looks.
Gotcha. 11, 12. Yep.
It's like you could just send it in there and you would gain a quarter second. I watched you gain 0.6 of a second on that straightaway into it, or a straightaway around into the corner, and just able to send it in and loop it back around. Just a great race, and I'm glad to see Nate give have some sportsmanship there as well, so you guys could get out there and duke it out.
Yeah, that's really good of him. It's a bit unexpected because I didn't think he needed to, but it was really nice of him. In fact, I've just had a look at it myself. You might have picked it up during the broadcast, mate, but once again, that was a big dose of net code there between Brad and I. Brad came in just now and apologised as well, and I had a feeling that there was no need for an apology. And I just checked it out, and there wasn't. We should have, if all things were as they represented on the screen, we should have made that corner fine.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a good 1.5 to 2 feet of code, mate, and it just spun me. So Brad did nothing wrong. Brad was fine. Nate was great as well.
We'll blame it on Dove's netcode. It wasn't yours.
Yeah, well, it's got to be the guy who's 14,000 miles from the server.
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
But
again, we talked about it last week. If they could just change the way the physics work, then I'd be less offended if somebody managed to pass through inside another car and win the race than just this thing we keep seeing, which ruins a race. Anyway, enough said. Look, it's all good. Thanks to Nate for slowing up, and then we went on with it from there.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys still have a great battle if the dang old netcode doesn't happen. There's just and that's the thing, I get frustrated with it because you see something great happen in a story developing, and then it happens, and then you go, but why?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. It's the animal we deal with. But
Yeah.
even the amount of milliseconds that would have counted towards that shouldn't have been enough. There is, I can understand a little bit of netcode, but I can't understand 2 and 3 and 4 feet of netcode. That's even virtual feet. It may be pixels on a screen to folks, but to virtually be a GPS dot and for it to say that you guys are touching. Blows my mind. I think that's
again,
my issue.
And just to rub it in, we still don't see and never have seen the two cars make under contact.
Yep.
I don't know what the right term is, but when you should have made contact, but the system didn't pick it up and let you race on.
Yep.
Effectively, we don't see that, but we do see the ever increasing sometimes distance between cars, yet they make contact.
Yep.
So,
and it's unfortunate.
Something that. It's all software driven, they can fix it in time, and I'm sure they're looking at it.
I hope that they are. And each week I'm going to continue to complain about it because we like to see people from every, any zip code, no matter which country you live in, no matter what continent you live on, wherever your zip code is, you should be able to iRace, I think. And that's what, because like Nate said, and I will agree 110% here, racing is something that draws everybody together, whether it's your drag races, your IMSA style, your F1. I mean, of course, NASCAR, and then, you could race lawnmowers. What's one of the first things that you did when you were kids, right? You raced in a straight line, and who was the fastest? This track was.
Or you sit on a skateboard and roll down the hill, passing each other at the corners.
Yeah, we all try to. Everybody's in a hurry to do things, but they never slow down to appreciate a lot of things, which is why racing is so. I think it is such a massive part of our lives, and I think hopefully it continues to be that way. But. A great race here. We've got a bunch of great racetracks coming up. Imola is the next one, or Imola, however you say it. I know that it's the Friar racetrack. I've been there. It's a beautiful track.
Oh, have you?
Person.
What did you see there?
This was when I was in the Army. We saw it was almost a GTP class, but it was something the Army got us tickets for when we were on R&R, and they gave it out.
Wow, that never happened to me. That's awesome.
Yeah. When you're deployed for 18 months, they go, you guys kind of need a vacation. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Awesome. Yeah, it's one of my favorites too, is Imola. Love it. Love the track. It's generally always a good race there too, So that one should be good. And apparently it may be wet. We'll see.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. They're really good.
There's clouds on the horizon. Let's just say that. Yeah.
You know what? Why not? We haven't even tested that with streaming, which means I'll be doing just SDK next week. Because I'm testing out an overlay package that I used to use, and I'm using that mixed with SDK to get the product that I want because both of them don't give me what I want. So
Yeah.
next
Yep.
week would be just one.
Just throw weather in there as well as you trialing your
Yeah.
configuration with overlays. Have you got are you running your new setup now?
Yeah. Yep. I sure am. Yeah.
Good. Excellent.
It's awesome. I'm getting to the baby steps of things, right? I don't want to push it too hard. It's like breaking in a clutch. we baby steps. Get yourself in there, and then all of a sudden, when I turn it up and we go 4K, ooh.
Yeah, I guess. What do you know what to look for? You know your way around the computer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah, me not so much. I wouldn't know what chart or graph or what numbers to reference. I just don't understand them that well.
Well, so with the 7800 X3D, it is an awesome CPU with a 40 series graphics card in. Everything runs great. I'm scared to break it because it's so expensive.
Yeah, I hear you. And that's not even the latest one, right?
No.
Which you can see them online for at least $6,000 and things like that.
Yeah, it's something ridiculous. Yeah.
It's offensive. Yeah.
It is, because I remember one of my first what was it? I bought a 1080 Super and it was like $600. And that was the best of the best back in the day. Crazy.
No, that's good. Good that you're up and running with the new one.
And we're trying to continue to ever improve so we can make you guys look good.
Yeah. Well, we need some help sometimes.
Nah, you guys do all the work. I just have to make sure it looks fine. And it's almost as a struggle as getting out there racing with you guys. But I mean, I even had issues on Sunday. I stream a race with everybody in VR again, and it crapped out on me, and I quit the race. I was so frustrated. And just to see you guys get out there and just deal with like the little things of simple things of netcode. I mean, you had a great finish. You had a great race. You kept that relative on this technical track is only 1.4. I mean, it could have been larger if Nate didn't slow down, but I still think, you had a lot of drive into you, and you had the fastest lap of the dang old race.
Yeah, that second phase was a lot quicker. The first stint was very pedestrian, actually. I was trying to stick to my target was 28 laps, which I did make, but I was a lot of fuel saving with Colby right there. I did make it though, but in the end, it was probably your time delta was so slow saving fuel, and that's probably what lost the race in this case. It brought Nate right back in. So before I've even pitted, he's there.
Yep.
And it's going now to come down to me taking 2.73 liters less during the stop than him. So that's too tight. Yeah. In the end, he had the better outlap than I did, and he was just ahead on as we came out. So that was, I think, how it unfolded. From there, it was pretty much full noise for a while, but I was only a fraction in the green for fuel when I came out, so I used it as long as I could, and then it was the old fuel equation came back in. I actually ran out of fuel on the final corner, started spluttering, and just rolled across the line from there.
So did Nate.
But,
yeah,
he did as well.
He did too.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you
had
probably,
a feeling he might have been running low. Yeah.
You had probably a half a corner more fuel than he did. And that's insane.
Yeah, right down to the wire. So at least we both got well, Nate normally gets his fuel strategy pretty good, but mine plays up a bit. But I did the manual calculations rather than trust the app, and things were right on the money, at least today. But just right on the money. But I think that's the only way to do it. The app's just unreliable somehow. It's giving me spitting out bad numbers.
It's been tough as of late. I mean, even the API that I use when I race for SDK has been off by about about 2 laps here as of late in the oval side of things, and so I'm finding myself to when I trust myself to come in, if I'm running like a cup car, it says I need to come in lap 62, right? So if I'm not in by 60, I have a chance I might be running out of fuel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's insane. Hey, you know what? It's a simulator. We're only going to get better from there. David, P2 finished tonight, man. Congratulations once again. Give shout outs, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks to, as always, Signature Esports for the good coverage. Yeah, I see Colby waiting there. It's probably getting pretty late his time. It's just before midday here, and so it's approaching midnight for him. So I better get out of here. But yeah, thanks to Chop Shop. Thanks for everyone at Chop Shop, all the admins, and Chopp'N It Up podcast as well. And thanks to all the drivers who turned up. I've just casted my eye over the results here. In fact, there was a 0 incident clean run for Colby, is what I think I can see here. And the other guys look pretty low. So and I know Brad, he was talking about some of the times he's running right at the end. So that's good. Well done him for just developing and getting better and better. And as I said, Brad, there's no need to apologise for that. That was net code. There's nothing in it. Everything is good. And mate, thanks to everyone and anyone tuning in. And see you maybe at Imola.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. David, much love, man.
See you, buddy.
That is David Snyder coming home in P number 2 tonight. Last but not least, Colby Hartung, right behind the man behind the racetrack there for a little while. And oh man, P3 tonight. Qualified second. This track didn't like your car, but I like your paint scheme. Your livery is freaking awesome.
Shout out to Wesley for that.
He's Mario. Of course, he had to be Mario.
He made a bunch of nice Mario paint schemes that look pretty cool.
Who's Princess Peach? I have to ask.
I don't know. Yes, well, you could be Princess Peach.
Nah,
come out and drive a Mustang.
We'll give it to the missus.
Yeah.
And then Toadstool and all the. I mean, what a way to run! How come he made Mario blue and not red?
He had a blue Mario. I think he was running Toad.
It says M on the front.
Oh, I don't know that.
Hold on. We're going to Wesley's car. Yeah, that's the Mario logo.
I don't know why there's a blue one then.
Yeah, I mean he does have blue suspenders, so I guess
Oh
blue.
yeah, that would make sense.
But so
Is
does
it blue and red?
It's red and then his suspenders are blue, or his overalls are blue.
That makes sense. I think that was what he was trying to go for.
I'm good with it. It's still Mario.
Yeah,
so.
they still all look good.
They do. P3 finished tonight. Zandvoort. What'd you learn about the racetrack?
I mean, I was fast there. I was able to keep with David and Nate, but I just had the wrong setup and came down to that. There was really nothing I could do. I mean, I had a lot of fuel in them, which put me off on the strategy and lost me about 10 seconds in pit road because of it. And after I came out and realized I had no shot, I just backed it down and brought it home safely. I wasn't trying to overstep the car or anything and cause any wreck that could ruin the race. Or the finish pretty much. But I was quick when I was trying to get by David. It's just a hard track to pass.
That's what they were all saying. Probably one of the toughest surfaces that we're going to see. As far as short tracks go, I would consider this a short track. I mean, it was fast laps and
for the last time.
Yeah. So, but we're going to get into some more technical tracks coming up. Some of your favorites as well.
Yeah. What do we have coming up?
Well, we have Mola next week, and then after that, we'll go to Road America. Go back to it.
That's also one of. I've heard the forecast is a bit cloudy for Road America.
That's what I heard.
On the streets. Maybe a little rain.
Yeah, which means I'm going to have to really Really? Really?
Best be getting that graphics card ready.
No, everything's all in. The system's running. I'm actually running a lot more right now than I've ever ran before. We're running
Yeah.
SDK gaming along with ATVO. So double overlays, double inputs. We have OBS running through the NDI setup. We have the production box going. So I've got things working. I'm waiting to step up the graphics and the just like I want to but like my monitor's 4K and
Oh yeah.
I can sit here and I'm watching 4K and everybody else is watching 1080p.
It still looks good.
And I'm just like if the moment that I bump everything up in OBS is the moment I know that this thing is gonna go chug.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I wish I'd run overlays, but that Windows update that iRacing said not to use,
Mhm.
I installed it before they said that, and I can't run. Every time I put on like race labs or something, it just my frames they go down and down and up and down themselves.
Yep. Yep. That's
And
what that's affected us all. I mean, even when I put in the new CPU, that update still hit my computer, and so it still affects Windows that way.
yeah, I can't run my race labs smoothly, so because I mean it's just so distracting when your frames are throttling from like the 144 I'm usually at down to like 60 and then
Yeah.
back to 144 every 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's distracting. It makes your inputs unreliable as well, and just can make things twitchy, and that's not what you want to
Yeah.
see.
It also sucks because my race labs I have it set up that gives me a lot of information that's very helpful, like my steering and throttle inputs and all that, and other people's steering and throttle inputs. You know, that would be nice to see again, but I've been dealing.
I got to watch everybody's steering and throttle today. It was awesome.
Oh yeah,
I like it. Just
very very technical track.
yeah, it was. The only thing I didn't see was the wheel inputs, and I'm gonna tell you what, this is a tough cookie when it comes to finding passing zones. I mean, you almost had to set
Oh
drivers
yeah.
up for the last portions of this racetrack because that seemed
Yeah.
like that was the cleanest places to pass.
That's what I was trying to do because I was so fast off of the last corner, but the corner before that, the chicane or whatever, that weird chicane, um, I, I just lost so much time because it just doesn't have that right turning to get through there quickly.
Yeah.
Goes to the McLaren, so I just lost the time I needed to gain in there. And I could never get around David in the passing zones because that really is the only passing zone going into one.
Yeah, David
Um,
was flawless through that 11 that's turned 11 and 12, and that's what I was talking about
oh
to
yeah,
him.
he flew through there. That's where he gained all his time on me.
Yep, and it's the time he kept gaining on Nathan too. So it was crazy. It was great. It was crazy.
He was fine. He had a good he had a good setup under him.
He's
By
he's bad, man. He's bad fast, just like Nate is.
yeah, I got
Sorry,
to
you.
try that McLaren out because I think that's part of it. I, those McLarens are fast, man. They have good straight line. They have good turning.
They're gonna make you switch. It's
I think I'm gonna try it. I think that's what we're gonna run next season.
there you go. I like it. I think
Um,
it's a great idea.
I want to see what they're running. I think I could be faster than the McLaren. The Mustang could only take you so far.
Yeah.
It's really only good for tracks that are like flat with long straight, like I guess Watkins Glen, Le Mans. Well,
Mm.
Watkins Glen definitely isn't flat, but you know, tracks that don't have too many technical sections.
Yep. Now, what are the, and then of course, they're good for Charlotte Roval. They're good for Daytona.
Really good at Daytona.
They're just
But other tracks like Zandvoort, you need that mechanical grip in those tight corners. And this thing doesn't have that. It definitely doesn't lack on speed though, but it's that flow speed.
it needs a little bit more rear brake.
Yeah.
Or a little bit more weight that's not dispersed to the front.
Yeah, it's very very heavy. Which makes me curious to see how it's going to do at Bathurst because
It'll bottom
usually
out.
being front heavy helps you at Bathurst.
Yeah.
Going down the hill. So I'm curious to see what happens there. Because the last time we ran it, I think we were using the Beamer.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't remember.
No, you guys were in a BMW last time. Whenever I called,
Yeah.
because I followed you guys whenever I did that live stream. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Beamer's probably one of the best all-around cars in the field.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one's using it. Which I might switch back to that and see how that stacks up as well. Because I mean, the Mustang can only take you so far.
Well, it took you to third today, man. It's not a bad race.
No, not at all. Still good. Still good race. Nate and David are on another level.
You're on their level. You have a car that it's weighing you down, sir. It's weighing you down.
Yeah. It definitely doesn't help in the corners.
Yeah, pun intended. Colby, give you shout outs, man. P3, I know you're battling for a championship tomorrow too. Lot to prepare for.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm gonna run some practice later on that. But a shout out to the field for having a good race that looked pretty clean from my angle. Shout out to Nate and David for giving good competition as always, and congrats to Nate on the win. He earned it. He was super quick. He ran us down like we were nothing at the beginning of the race. Yeah, shout out to Wes for the scheme as always. Make some good ones for the GTs. But yeah, that's about all.
All right, brother. Well, we will see you tomorrow. Good luck tomorrow night, of course. I got some overlays to build for you guys. It's championship night. I gotta build the cool stuff.
One behind, gotta make some moves.
That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You gotta. Hold on. I gotta look at those points because that's one of the things that I need to. Me
and Nate are right there.
Yeah. Let's see. Pulling it up. There it is. Standings. A point.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like that it could be one off of it, but the stage could decide it.
Yeah. You led a lap. You get the bonus point there. Pole position for Nate. Led a lap there. No incidents. You got that point.
Yeah, so I don't think Nate got the no incidents point.
He didn't. And you finished second to him. So you.
I think I finished third.
It says you finished second.
Oh, well, no.
Homestead? Yeah.
Maybe.
You finished second. Hanks finished third.
No.
Yeah. Holy cow. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, it's going to be good for tomorrow.
I'm going to have to. Yeah. We'll do our thing. All right, brother. We'll check you tomorrow. Good luck. Of course, I know you're looking for this is your you're going for your second championship. So
yes,
you're going to need a bad fast lap. You're going to need to qualify like
Yeah.
on pole and, try to,
I think I won the last time we were at Charlotte. So
Yeah. I mean, at your bottom feed track, I mean, there's really not much you can do other than that. Save and make sure you have enough tire to save.
rip the paint.
Yeah. Man, it's going to be good. All right, Colby. We'll see you later. Congratulations once again on the P3, and we'll see how tomorrow fares out.
Yes, sir. See you.
That is Colby Hartung coming on P3 tonight. Let him have at it. And good race tonight, folks. This was a blast. Nathan Bigart gets the victory here tonight. And iRacing is super cool when you can turn left and right. And, we always got to appreciate the drivers, appreciate the field, appreciate everything that goes on here. Because let's face it, without these drivers, we wouldn't be doing near as much as what it is. Thank you very much. I hate that my dang old, I love my sponsors, but my dang old sponsors are getting in the way. Thank you, Mr. Van Nest. So we'll figure these overlays out. I am going to be working on a custom overlay with ATVO. I'm going to develop it myself because there are things that I want out of all of this, and I want it to look a specific way. So that'll be what I deal with. So be good, be safe, be kind to one another, folks. It's the most important factor of life. We're going to continue to get better each and every week, and we thank you all very much for tuning in and doing the deed and being the cool cats that you are. Congrats to Nate, and once again, we'll see you tomorrow for another championship race. It has been championship after championship over the last couple of days, and man, oh man, I hate this time of year. Because the racing's ending, and then we have to start it all over. Well, then we get to start it all over again, regardless of all of it. So, congrats to Stephen Laskowski yesterday. Congrats to young Butler, who won the Powder Puff championship. And Hudson Butler won on the championship for Powder Puff on Saturday. Stephen Laskowski won the Amp Racing Cup Series championship yesterday. And tomorrow we crown another champion in the Chop Shop Racing family. It's so cool. It's so cool, folks. If you had my life, you'd know exactly what I mean. We'll see you tomorrow. Be good.